Welcome back to On to Victory. I'm XB. The upload today is a bit late. Reviewing yesterday's game against Athletic Bilbao. Been quite busy with the family, so that has to come first before anything else. But just want to have a quick review because I watched the game. I was pretty bored, to be honest. But I've been able to look at the highlights the next day and see what I can take from the game. Athletic Bilbao 0, Arsenal 2. And like I said before, the game was absolutely boring. Very cagey first half. Athletic Bilbao, defended solidly. But I don't really remember them having many chances to score on goal. I think it was Berenguer they had a shot on, but not really much to threaten us. And then Victor Gyökeres had a few chances early on. I remember the diving header. Like the keeper saved, and he had another shot on which he put onto his left, which he should have probably done better with. And EZE, he looked like he was struggling. I remember there was that one cross that Madueke put in, and he just looked flat-footed. He just skied it over the bar. I don't know if it was because of the occasion, first Champions League night away under the lights. Did it kind of get to him? Was he lost in the sauce a bit? I'm not too sure, but I'm also not worried as well. But I think he could have done a bit better today. He just looked a bit flat-footed, and all the play going down the right side. I heard the pundits trying to talk about EZE being better in the central midfielder positions in a free roaming role. But last week, everyone was applauding him for his performance at Nottingham Forest and applauding him for when he came on at Liverpool. And he came on the left side as well. So I'm not going to put it down to, did we buy the right player for the right position and stuff like that. He just had a bad game. It happens sometimes. It's his first Champions League game. We move on from that, innit? He will definitely bounce back from it. There's nothing to worry about there. The match remained tight around the 70th minute mark. Martinelli, his substitute, he's come on. And literally a minute after he's come on, he scored. His signature goal. He's on the halfway line, and he beats his defender and then beats the keeper as well. You can't beat Martinelli in a race. Let's say we know he's Speedy Gonzalez, keeps his head down, picks it up when it's time to score, and that's his signature goal. He scored a few of those, for us. Chelsea comes to mind, Real Madrid last season. And that's what we want to see more of. Trossard came on later on for Gyökeres. Martinelli's also assisted Trossard for the second goal. And, again, Martinelli, great. More of that. Can we see more of that, please? Beat your man. Look up. Get the ball in. Don't just float across in. It's crap. Get it on the ground like what you did to Trossard. A bit more of that attacking intent. You know what I mean? So maybe the signing of EZE does well in that aspect and puts a rocket up Martinelli's arse, Is that the way, is that even the saying? I don't even know. But it gets Martinelli a bit fired up, and there's a bit of competition, and you got to fight for your place here. You can't just be expected to play every week because it's not going to work that way. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Nothing really more to say about the game. The game was boring. Defensively was solid. I want to talk about Mosquera again. Every video I make recently has just been about Mosquera and how great he is defensively. People are trying to tell me it's a bit early. That's their opinion. But I don't think it's early. I think this guy's doing what he's been asked to do. Saliba, I'm not going to say Saliba's not missed because Saliba we know is a great defender. But Mosquera, he's not putting a foot wrong. And, he's filling Saliba's boots pretty well. Who knows? Is it a competition for Saliba? Is it a replacement in the future for Saliba? Should he go to Real Madrid? I've spoke about this before, and I won't be surprised, in the future. Even if he does sign a new deal, he goes to Real Madrid, and Mosquera's, he's going to be the next man up, man, because he's not putting a foot wrong. But there's still a long way to go in the season. Who knows what can happen? Who knows if this is just, purple patch or... You know what I'm saying? So, a little injury to Victor Gyökeres, just a little head cut. He clashed with Gabriel Magalhaes off a corner. Not really much to talk about there. What this means, though, for the team, once again, it just shows that, previous seasons, if we had the same squad depth, a few more players in certain positions, we definitely would have won some silverware, you know what I mean? We're not even worried about the injuries that's going on at the moment. We're not worried about running players into the ground, if Saka comes off, even though he's injured right now, but if Saka comes off, who can replace him and run out the next half an hour of the game? Or if Martinelli goes off, players are going to be refreshed. Players are going to, get minutes. And I think we've got a good campaign to look forward to. So squad depth is just, it's showing its lights again in that area. A positive start to the Champions League campaign, 3 points on the board, away from home. And it's just a great start, to be honest. The only bad thing I could really say, if I'm going to zoom in and isolate anything, will be Eze had a underwhelming performance. He showed flashes, good positioning, involvement, awareness, but he couldn't deliver something decisive. And I don't think it's something we need to worry about, really. But the substitution changed it all, and it's not the Eze show. You know what I mean? None of these players now that are in this squad, whether you're Saka, Eze, Saliba, even Declan Rice and Odegaard, no one should be feeling like they're the star boy, innit? We're all here as a team, and you know what I mean? Fans should stop this favoritism on players now, man. Do you know what I mean? It's about Arsenal FC. It's not about who... it's about Arsenal FC, essentially, and that's what it's got to be. Do you know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, that's my little review on the game. What did you guys think? Leave a comment below, and if you haven't already, please like the channel. I've been XB. This is On to Victory, and come on, you Gunners.